and welcome to my first pregnancy update. Yay! I am so excited to be doing this. Pregnancy updates were like really the main thing that got me into YouTube in the first place. That's how I found all the vloggers that I watch, and that's how I got like kind of obsessed with this platform and seeing how everyone progressed through the same timelines that I did with my older son Lincoln, who is almost 20 months now. I'm excited to be getting into kind of the reason why we started this. I think it's going to be really fun. So, as far as the baby goes this week, I am 10 weeks and 6 days, so I'll be 11 weeks tomorrow. So we're going to talk about everything that happened in week 10, but most of it is actually very similar to what my symptoms have been like in the previous weeks. As far as baby goes, with 10 weeks, baby is the size of a Lego figure, which I love. That's about 1.25 inches long, so pretty teeny tiny still, but growing all the time. Obviously the proportions are different. The baby's head is like half their body, and a Lego figure, it's like a really tiny portion, so the proportions are different, but I still think that's super fun. If you want to have fun and different sizes for your baby when you're seeing how big they are instead of the lame fruits and veggies thing, those just never made sense to me. For Lincoln, it would be like squash one week and then the next week would be an heirloom tomato, and I'm like, isn't that smaller than a squash? And they didn't really make sense to me. So I'm excited to get to do this time. I'm using the Ovia pregnancy app, OVIA. So you can pick from 3 or 4 different themes with them, and it's really fun. I like it. Baby is getting the beginnings of teeth in there, which is crazy because at 10 weeks pregnant, which really the baby has existed for 8 weeks, right? They already have teeth. Won't actually have them poke through until they're like 5 or 6 months old. I think that's crazy that they're already forming in there. And then the baby is also getting the beginnings of joints that move. So like elbows and knees are starting to form as well, which is pretty interesting. As far as me for this week, most of my symptoms have been the same. Really bad fatigue. I've been so tired. It did not help that we went camping this weekend and Lincoln was so hard to put to sleep, especially the first night. The first night he did not get to sleep until 12:30 in the morning, and then obviously when you're camping it's pretty bright, so you wake up earlier than usual. So and then didn't take a nap the next day. So I was very tired after we went camping. I took like a 3-hour nap with him yesterday, which helped. I usually end up napping. Hi, buddy. Did you hear me say your name? This week was actually a little bit better as far as nausea goes. It has really not been bad at all, but it has been worse than it was with this stinker. Do you want to say hi to everybody? You do? Okay, come here. Oh, say hi. Are you excited to get a little sister? Or brother? Yeah. Okay, what else is mommy having? Oh, so nausea has not been as bad this week as with the past weeks, but still worse than it ever was with him. I have not thrown up yet, so that's good. Acne, a continuing issue, and there's old wives' tales that you have worse acne if it's a girl, so maybe that's true. I got new stretch marks on my thigh. What? Yeah, did you see those? I don't think it's in a very good position where I can actually show you guys, but I know they're new because they're like the opposite direction from all the other ones I have, and they're like bluish purplish. I've never had bluish purplish stretch marks before, and I haven't even really gained any weight yet. So I thought that was really weird that I just randomly, I don't think it's because I've like gotten stronger or anything, because I haven't been working out really, but I thought that was interesting. Are you going to hold my paper? Thank you. So that's pretty much all my symptoms from week 10. Worst one is just being so insanely tired all the time. I had to hype myself up to film this video today, but I had to make sure I got my 10-week update for you guys because I said I would, so I did. The most exciting thing that happened this week as far as baby goes was we got to have our first ultrasound, and I got to see the baby. It was really good to see and actually make it feel real. Before this point, people would like ask me if I was really excited, and I was like, I mean, I am, but with Lincoln, so much of my mental energy went into the fact that I was pregnant and being terrified and excited. This time, there's a lot more going on, as I'm sure most second or more time parents know. So I just don't have like the mental energy to put into being super hyped to have this baby like I did with him. So it hasn't felt as real, but getting to go to the ultrasound really helped a lot. And I'm more excited now because the baby was moving and waving at us, which was so fun. I'll put in some of those pictures. I was a little disappointed with the pictures we got, actually, because the video of the ultrasound looked so much better than the pictures did. So, whoa, can you stand up? Yeah. Obviously, 10 weeks is too early to tell gender. We could pay $70 to get a gender ultrasound at 16 weeks. Doesn't need a kiss. But we kind of decided that that wasn't worth it for us at this point in our lives because we would just find out 4 weeks later. So we will find out the gender at... What? So we will find out the sex of the baby. What are you doing? Are you trying to interrupt me? Are you trying to interrupt me? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We will find out the sex of the baby at 20 weeks, which will be the last week of September. Are you trying to give him a hug? Hey guys, I just remembered something that I forgot to mention during my pregnancy update, which was during the ultrasound, two kind of interesting, not directly baby-related things happened. First of all, during my anatomy scan with Lincoln, they told me that I had like a 3 to 4 centimeter cyst in one of my ovaries. I can't remember which one. And that was completely gone at this scan. So that was pretty cool, just to not have to, not that I was really worried about it, but I don't have one anymore, and that's cool. And second kind of interesting thing was that she said I had like a small to medium amount of subchorionic hemorrhage, which sounds terrifying, but it's really just implantation bleeding that didn't come out. So she said basically I might have some spotting like between now and 12 weeks, or maybe never, or maybe at any time. And as long as it's not like painful or cramping or anything like that, that's not a big deal. I did have spotting, really light spotting at 8 weeks with Lincoln. That was probably the same thing, but even then, like, I went to the emergency room and nobody mentioned that that was a possibility. So I was happy to hear that that's probably what happened with him. So that's pretty much it for my 10-week update. I will go ahead and show you guys the bump. Okay, so this shirt is pretty loose, so you can't really see anything normally, but as soon as I do this, it's pretty obvious that there's something going on there. But it has pretty much looked the same since like 8 weeks. So I think my hormones were pretty much just like, oh, we know what's going on. This is pregnancy. We're going to go ahead and stretch out and relax everything, get a little bit of a bump going. But since the baby and my uterus are still pretty small, it hasn't continued to grow since those hormones kicked in. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will be uploading a pregnancy update every 2 weeks or more often if something really crazy or interesting happens. So I will see you guys after my next midwife appointment for my 12-week pregnancy update. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and I'll see you next time. Bye! Bye! Good job!